Welcome back, guys. Wait. Welcome us back, guys. It's been ages.
Long time.
I know. Since
No see.
December.
Yeah.
But if you've been following our TikTok, you're going to get every week or so videos. So thank you for those. Hey. So today we are drinking, of course. That's the typical thing that we do on here.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we usually like him. Robert Mondavi.
Do we?
Yeah, we've had him before. I don't remember which one we had, but we've had him. It's strong. But it also goes down.
It is strong. Okay, we're gonna be drunk.
Hey! What way to welcome us back than to do that on that? Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time since y'all have seen me inebriated.
So, today we're going to talk about long distance relationships.
Welcome to... You want to do what? Let's get involved. Conversippin! I think they get it.
Oh.
Yes. And it goes in with us being gone from you guys for 3 months, so we've been long distance as well. So what better way than to talk about it?
Okay.
So my first question to you, Rafik, is what is the maximum distance of who you have a love interest in that you will go to?
Maximum distance. 20 miles.
25 miles.
20.
20 miles, sorry. The big 20, not her age at 25.
Correct.
20 miles.
20 miles.
And is that you traveling to them?
Yeah.
Or them traveling to you? Does that matter?
Me traveling to them.
Okay. What if
I'm not exceeding 20 miles.
Okay. What if someone lived further away that always wanted to come see you?
I mean, they can come and see me. Because I am not driving to see them.
Well, my thing is I've done a 3-hour away distance relationship before. And this was back in the day, it's probably 10 years ago though.
Yeah.
And what I struggled with our relationship is that I was the one always driving to him. So it was always like,
Yeah.
you can't come to me.
Right.
I was like, what's wrong with that? But my thing about today's society and whatnot is like, and getting older and different stuff like that, like I just feel like I'm at a point where I don't care where you live if I have a connection. But there has to be, of course, like two sides to it, not just one-sided, if that makes sense. Like I can't always be the one getting on a plane to you, and you can't always be the one getting on a plane to me. I say plane because that's how, if it's over a certain amount, I'm not driving to you. I will be hopping on a plane. I will be getting me a Delta Sky Miles card.
Interstate relationships? I don't know. It's not gonna work. I can tell you right now it's not gonna work. It'll never work because I won't do it. I won't do it. And then my follow-up would be, how did you even make a connection?
Well, online.
No. Now, that is not my jazz. It's not my vibe.
I know.
It's not a vibe.
Okay, in a perfect world, for me, I would love to just be able to go to a bar, meet someone, we click, we hang out more, it's vibing, it's going well, blah, 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 and then, we're married. But, but I have to be more open-minded about these things because of the things that I want to have in my life. And I feel like if I limit myself to nearby, I may miss out on something that could be the potential best thing I've ever had. And that's the way I look at it. I'm not trying to change your thoughts. I'm not trying to make you feel any different, but I'm just trying to show you my point of view of how I am with that decision,
Yeah. No, I get that. I just know that I'm not gonna do it. Here's how. I just feel like this. Like, I want to be pursued. And more importantly, I feel like if you're pursuing me, you should do most of the pursuing. And I think travel is a part of that. Travel is a part of the pursuit. So I would prefer that the pursuit is not only reasonable, because I would say it's unreasonable if you have to hop on a plane. If you have to hop on several planes to get to me, I would say that's an unreasonable pursuit. But I would prefer that the pursuit is reasonable, and that if I wanted to reciprocate, I would be willing to do so. And that's only within a 20-mile radius.
She's on this 20 miles.
I'm telling you what, I'm not getting in the car. I should not have to hop on no highways
Now,
to come see you.
Well, let me ask this: if he's pursuing you, and he is further away, but he gets you a plane ticket, do you deny the plane ticket?
Oh no, I'm getting on the plane. I'll get on the plane. If I ain't got to pay for the ticket.
Well, I guess
if I ain't got to pay for the
airport is within 20 miles.
The airport is within 20 miles, and that we can do that because I can, get to the airport, and then the airport's only 10 miles away from me. So then after I land, you got 10 more miles. that we can play with. Right, that I can drive. Or if you have a car, that's another thing. Because if you pick me up with a service, I might. Then we don't have to count those miles. Because
that's an inclusive deal.
But generally, I have. When I want to see you, I want to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm the crazy person that just shows up to the house because I wanted to see you.
Gotcha.
And so I can't just show up if you are hours away, right? And then we would have to meticulously plan things.
Yeah.
And the way that my schedule is, my schedule's very hectic.
Oh yeah.
So the way my schedule is, if I ever have a free moment, I'm like, oh, let me go see what this bus is doing. And I need to be able to do that and just be like, hey, I was in town. What are you doing?
Yeah. So for me, when I first start talking to someone, I actually don't want to see you every day. I want to see you on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
We do our little date night, dinner, you spend the night over, whatever, what have you. You go back home. It can't be the whole weekend. And then I would like to just see you the next week. I don't want to see you multiple days in a row. Now, however, that changes when we've hung out several times. When we've hung out several times now, over courses of weeks, then I'm like, I get to the point where I want to see you every day, and I want to see you more. So, for me, I guess, if I were to try to do a long-distance relationship, I already get the built-in time away at the beginning, because I enjoy that, not seeing you every day. So we have to plan to see each other. And I'm like, I'm good with that. And but I guess what would happen is when I get to that point where I want to see you every day, what changes? What do I do? So.
Yeah, what would you do?
Well, I guess it would come down to what he does for a living, if his job is everywhere, and maybe bring to the table of him moving here or me moving there. But it's going to be further down the road when that happens, because
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
Would
for
you
somebody.
move? Would you move?
If
For a
I'm
relationship?
if I'm in a good place with someone and I feel that things are progressing in the way it should in a healthy way,
Yeah.
you know, because there's signs that you can see
Yeah.
at the beginning. But if it's going well, would I want to be the first one to move? No. Can they move here, please? But because I don't want to leave what I have, but
Right.
I also want to be happy with someone. So,
Yeah.
So-
But someone's gonna have to move.
yes, eventually.
Someone has to move unless we're doing long distance and perpetually, which I don't.
Yeah.
No. Someone's
not
gonna have.
not a long distance LTR.
Right, and I definitely wouldn't. Maybe it depends. Maybe, like, to me, pragmatically, I would think about how much stuff is going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever has the most stuff going on, that's the one that gets to stay.
Yeah, I get that. Like, if I'm in a graduate program or something that I need to finish,
Right.
you are already in your job, and it's remote and you can do it from anywhere.
Right.
You can easily come to me. Now, if I do move for somebody, I'm not selling my house until we've been together for at least a year.
I don't think I would sell
After.
anyway. I wouldn't sell anyway.
Well,
I would rent it out.
well, yes, that would be what I would do. But if I decided to sell, is what I mean, it would have to be after we've been together for a while.
Yeah.
Like we've already been dating, now I've moved, and now it's been a year I've lived with you type deal.
Right.
Then I may consider selling my house. But I need a fallback. Oh, this isn't working? Okay, I'm gonna head back to my house. Bye. But, I just feel like it's at that point where, with technology and how advanced they are and keeping up with each other on a regular, that for me would be the importance of a long-term relationship or a long-distance relationship, because the communication has to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, like in normal circumstances, even if you're down the street, communication needs to be there, but this even more so because you're not physically around each other a lot.
Right.
So you need to be able to have that open communication back and forth. And you're like video calls here and there and stuff like that, just to kind of keep each other's
Does that do it for you?
interests.
Because that's not enough.
Well,
That is not enough for me.
so
There's another reason why it would never work.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't do it. I personally feel like video chatting is dumb. So I would ignore your video chats. You can just talk to me on the phone. Or you can just text me. But then I would feel less, I don't know. It would be hard for me to build any true intimacy through just oral communication. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. They would have to move. Or I would have to see you every day.
yeah. I mean, I get your point of view. I do.
Props to people that do it. And then let's talk about trust. How do you trust someone? And maybe this is my trauma talking, but how do you trust someone that you can't see? Not saying that if you were in the same area, you would see them all the time. Anyway, in the counter position, but I think it's harder to trust someone that you literally don't see.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that,
Because these hoes is out here,
what is it? These hoes ain't loyal.
and they not. And they don't even know you, boo. They don't. You don't know if is he telling his friends about you, or I mean, I don't know. Some hoes don't even move on dudes until they're in a relationship.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are times where I think I had it on my Facebook or something that I was in a relationship, and I get all these messages, but then I popped on single, and it's like, ooh, chirp, 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 chirp.
Right.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel that, you know, if you wanted to do a long distance relationship, you would have to be more trusting at the beginning, just because of that whole fact that you can't see each other every day,
Right.
and you can't just roll up at their house,
Right.
and stuff like that. But I feel like building that trust is something that is a natural in any relationship anyway. So I don't know. I'm just saying I'm open to it. So where you are out there watching us, you have an opportunity no
Brock's
matter
down.
where you are.
Brock's down.
I am single, ready to mingle here, near,
His emo be in the comments.
near, far, wherever you are.
Slide into the DMs.
But no, I don't know. I just want something more.
Yeah.
And if it has to be with someone in Arizona or Florida or wherever you are,
Yeah.
I just look at it as a quick plane trip. That's the way I look at it. And it gets me out of my own area.
That's how you know someone got miles.
It gets me out of my own area where I can just kind of go
Yeah.
and explore and just, you know, because I think, you know, dating someone here would be convenient, yes, but it would also mean that we're in the same place and we've been to the same places and we're running into somebody I know. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of factors that go into me not wanting to date locally.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I can't enjoy myself with who I'm with because of always trying to, because even when we went out on Friday, randomly walking down the street, somebody we knew. So what if I was on a date at that point? And then it's just like,
Well, you know, that does happen to me often. But, okay, so even if it was, I feel like that would just happen anywhere I go. Because I don't not talk to strangers. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm so open.
Yeah.
And I will talk to anyone and literally make friends everywhere I go. I'm always going to get spotted. And it's just a matter of time.
yeah.
And so, but I think that is, I hit the mic again, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. But, I think that that's a valid point because I have other callers that has been a point of contention with other people that I'm always spot. Like, it does not matter what restaurant we go to here or where I go, I'm always going to get spotted. And depending on the, you know, like when you're on like a first date with someone, there is this picture that you are portraying. You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever, let's keep it 100 here. No one's ever their true selves on the first date. Like, is this quick sidebar. Brock bought a curse bag from Hawaii. He went to Hawaii. He brought back a piece of Hawaii. And the indigenous Hawaiians have now cursed the house, and I think that was the spirits talking to us.
Oh my God.
Let me just
No,
refill my glass.
Refill us both, girl.
I done told y'all that I was not with him. Now I come in peace. Shabbat. Oh.
But you know, I'm just, you know, like you just said, it is hard to go somewhere without someone like really knowing us. Like,
Right.
and you know, and half the time I don't know who they are. They're like, "Hey, Brock," I'm like,
I'll admit that on camera. I'll tell you what. I would just never feel, I just don't want you to be offended or, you know, if I don't remember your name, I'm not good with names anyway. I just hit myself in the eye with a braid. But, so, Don't get fooled, because I'll give you like energy like I know who you are.
Yeah, of course.
And then I won't.
I would definitely be
I
like,
won't.
hey girl, it's been so long.
What's up? Well, we met at, and I'll just start labeling. I'll name random bars.
I'd be like, how long's it been?
Right. I don't know. But the important matter is that you won't know that I don't know, and that you will think we've made an actual connection. I know that sounds fake, but
I'm genuinely happy to see you. I mean, even though I don't remember who you are.
I'm genuinely happy that you have recognized me.
Yes.
So I have made some type of impact in your life.
Exactly.
And so I'm really happy about that. And I keep hitting the mic.
Oh gosh. We're
Okay.
gonna start strapping. We're gonna give you the headset next week.
I am very animated.
And I feel like if I give you the headset,
move.
it'll at least be stuck here.
I gotta move.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I would say like the 3 things that would stop me from being in a LDR. Trust. I don't know. It's typically hard for me to build trust anyway.
Yeah.
I have this natural border, this defense border. Blame my trauma, but to trust, availability, and then the fact that I can't touch you.
Yeah, that's one of your love languages.
It is.
So.
Touch is my love language. So.
I get that. Like, I 100% get that. But I guess, I don't know. My mind's different right now.
Yeah.
Because I've been single 8 years. Yeah. You hear
That's
that?
a long time.
8 years. That's a long time, people. So it's. I just want to not limit myself on who's nearby anymore. I've switched my Tinder to global, just where I can open the door up to other areas.
Yeah.
Just because I know when like Rafik said. So, like, hey, let's give you some little story on what we've done since we've been gone. I've been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And while I was in Hawaii, like, there were so many people that I came across, and I'm like I actually I've been having a great conversation with this guy I met online while I was there, and it's so weird because he's not from there either. That's the other thing. He lives in Boston, but he was in Hawaii for vacation as well. Had the greatest conversation, and I was like, of course you don't live in North Carolina, of course, blah blah blah, whatever. And like, we've already talked about him coming to Raleigh because he's never been. And so he was like, yeah, I'll definitely come visit you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I think that's where this whole thing started with me. It's like, it's just a plane ride.
Yeah.
And Boston to here is probably really cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm
going to be devil's advocate for just 2 seconds.
That's fine.
Again,
this is why we have these conversations.
Again, this might be my trauma talking, but do you think he really meant that? I say that because when I travel, I also say things like that.
Yeah.
And have zero intention of ever contacting said person when I go to the extent. If I even go, if I even really had an intention to travel to wherever it is that they're from. Because a lot of times when we go to Hawaii or the beach, Miami is a good one. I use this all the time in Miami, or New Orleans. One of these big touristy attractions. You get a whole bunch of people from like everywhere, and I hit the mic again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hit the mic. So like from everywhere, and like, am I really interested in going to some bumfuck town in Idaho? I don't know, probably not. But I would be like, oh yeah, they hit you with the if you're in Idaho, hit me up. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Maybe in a few months. Never. I'm lying. Yeah. I'm lying.
Well, no, I'm the same way. There was a couple that came in to Raleigh a few times that they wanted to hang out, and I like, some reason our schedules never meshed when they were here, and then I forgot they lived in Hawaii, and so when I was at the airport to leave, I came across like, oh, oh. I was like, oh no. I said, oh shit. I said, I literally forgot that they lived in Hawaii. But then they did tell me that they bought a cabin in Asheville here, so they'll be here more often.
Oh.
And they sent me a picture of the cabin, girl. It's
nice.
huge.
Can we still call it a cabin if it's bigger than a house?
I don't know. It's in the woods.
Is it? As long as it has 4 walls and a roof in the woods, is it a cabin?
Let's just say it is.
Okay.
But they already told me that I can come visit.
And I really like Asheville.
Exactly.
I'm
gonna hit them up and be like, can you send me the key?
Right.
I was like, you in Hawaii, you don't need this cabin for the week.
I did do a trip to Asheville.
Yeah.
And it was very nice. We were on the side of a mountain, very cold. But it was very nice, and there was a hot tub. Now here is the problem with the hot tub and the cold. How do you get out? I didn't perfect it. I think I froze. I had trouble with the door. It was slippery, and I couldn't really. And then the wind. Anyway.
Well, oh yeah, I did an Asheville trip too.
Yeah.
In January.
Yeah.
And same situation. In the hot tub, there's no way to get out without
Perfect
freezing.
when you get in there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
It was amazing. But once you get out of the hot tub, well,
Run.
what was funny with us, it was me and a few friends. The water that splashed when we first got in turned to ice.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It is a hazard. It is a hazard.
Getting
out. You're stuck in there. What are you supposed to do?
I stepped down and my legs started doing like it was about to do a split. And I was like, no.
Then, after you get dry, we have to cover the hot tub again. Because you can't just leave it uncovered because you'll break the thing.
Yeah.
And so we almost fell in. I don't know what made me decide to reach over the water for the cover.
Okay. Hey, she's got a higher degree than me. I don't know.
And I hit that ice, and I was like, oh no. Okay. Anyway.
So I think that's what triggered
Yeah.
my whole idea of wanting to open myself up to more. And there's a popular song out right now by Jordy called Long Distance. And there's a lot of, and he's on TikTok, and this is the only reason why his song got blown up.
Yeah.
Because he likes to do stuff on his TikTok with music, what have you. And now it's on Spotify. It's streaming really well. He's doing really good. Good job, Jordy. But in the song, it's like, I'd rather do distance with somebody like you versus being distance with somebody nearby. Basically, it's like, I'd rather have a better connection with you longer distance than try to make something work with someone who's distant in front of me.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I wouldn't want to waste my time.
Does that make sense? I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like to me. It sounds like an obsession for this thing, right? So Jordy wants this relationship, and it sounds like I'd rather hold on to this than to brave trying something new.
But I feel
to me, which also might be my trauma.
I feel like doing something long distance is braving something new.
I think so too, but I also got the sense through the rest of the song. I mean, I can't quote it because I just heard it today. But through the rest of the song, the lyrics that I was trying very hard to pay attention to the lyrics. There was a lot of acoustic things, not acoustics, but there were a lot of beat things that were happening in the background. But I think two notes that I got from the song. He already had the connection with this person before they went away. So they had a connection and then they went away. And they might have been away when he built the connection, which spurs me to how do you build a connection starting out.
Mm-hmm.
One that can be understood from both sides of the party. Because, a lot of times, long distance, and again, this might just be me, a long distance relationship start out with one person wanting the relationship more than the other.
Okay.
And it's usually the one that's chasing or calling every day.
Okay.
That they want the relationship more than the other person, and then that becomes a point of contention down the line. Some people get through it, some people don't. But so how do you know when you're in the beginning stages that a connection is building and that the connection is strong enough that you feel safe continuing into this long distance relationship?
That's good points. We want your comments below about what she just said.
Yeah, I want to know.
I feel like COVID in general and having to be distant with people has already made
That's a good point.
us more in tune on different ways to build a relationship,
Right.
not being able to see each other.
Right.
So you can look at how COVID treated us and made us be distant with people already
Right.
that are down the street.
Right. Well, that's a very good point. Okay, Cupid has purported that they've had a 75% increase in successful matches in relationships, which spurred me to jump back on to Okay Cupid. But I can't stay up there long because my real age is up there. Don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for it. But
Yeah, you'll see 25. But no, that's why I feel like it's kind of groomed us to already know how it feels to be distant with someone because of the digital world and having to connect that way versus being able to go to a bar to be able to have a conversation with someone. Because we didn't have that for such a long time. I mean, granted, now we do. Thank God we're on the way. I'm half vaccinated. My second shot will be this Saturday. Excited about that, to be fully vaxxed.
Oh yeah, I gotta wait until the 7th, which isn't far.
No, it's not far at all. But I just want
I can eat meat again.
to be in love and be with somebody that wants to be with me. And that's as simple as I want it to be. And if I put in work towards you and you put in work towards me and we somehow make it work, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter where it started. It could start on Grindr, it could start on Tinder, it could start on Scruff, it could start on any of those things. And I'm now broadening my location horizons on when I look for people. So yeah. So if you see me online, hit me up wherever you are. Don't hit her. She's not gonna.
I don't know if I'm there.
I'm not trying, and I'm not trying to. Make
And I'm gonna be
you
honest.
there.
No. I know, but and maybe more people need to ask this question of themselves. All right, I'll ask you then. Are you willing to sacrifice your life for the benefit of someone else?
Sacrifice is a big word.
It is.
Used.
It is. It is.
I feel that if the end game is to be with this person, and if I make a move to be with you, and I have to put some things to the side for a small amount of time for me to get back to where I want to be, then I'm fine with that. But if you're asking me to drop everything when you want me to, I have an issue with that, because if we're going to do something like this, it needs to be at a point where one of us can easily transition into another, not forcibly because the other person wants us to. Because if I'm dating you and you're like, well, I make X amount of dollars, you won't have to worry about anything, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, that's good for you. I said, but I need to have a plan when I come to live there. I need to have a job. I need to get myself accustomed to things. Like, it can't just be because you're in a good place that you want to make me come there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's sacrifice. That's control. So sacrifice
So,
is.
yes, okay, what's the sacrifice?
So to me, and I feel like every relationship is all about a play of sacrificing yourself for the benefit of someone else. Right?
Okay.
So we can't unconditionally love unless we have some sacrifices are needed in order to unconditionally love someone, and which is the end goal for most of relationships. So to me, I think sacrifice is your and we'll use the example of moving. So your job isn't flexible.
Okay.
And given the same logic that I had announced earlier, you have the most going on where you are. Like, you're taking care of grandparents. Mine are already dead. You know what I mean? That's morbid, but I'm a Scorpio. That's kind of how we deal with shit. But so it would be, am I ready to sacrifice everything that makes me happy? I know. I know. I can't help it. Okay, so am I ready to sacrifice my life as it is, uproot my life, and go to you because that's what you need?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I don't think, and let's go a step further. Am I willing to answer your phone calls every day? Because it's also not me. So I'm now going to sacrifice my time because I don't usually do this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it for you because it makes you happy. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think I'm there yet.
I get that.
Like, realistically, like I want this bag.
Yeah.
Like, I want this money.
Yeah. I do answer people's calls every day. So I'm already in the. I'd rather have a phone conversation than a text.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you like to talk.
I do.
You like to talk.
I do like to talk.
I don't want to talk.
But I only talk to people I want to talk to. Like,
True.
I'm not going to answer the phone call if it's someone.
True.
Like, if it's certain people that calls me, I look at it and I'm like, not right now. I can't handle it.
There's a few people that I will always answer. Like, my best friends, I will always answer their phone calls.
Yeah.
So then there was one more thing I wanted. Oh, how do we build intimacy in long-term and long distance relationships?
I guess that happens on the visits. I don't feel like you can really do that virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are good at that kind of stuff. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Because I enjoy, I'd enjoy cuddling over sex any day.
Yeah.
So for me, it would have to. I need to get all the cuddles I possibly can.
All the cuddles. I want all the cuddles.
But for me, it's like the longing for it makes me want it more.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I'm talking to this really good person and we have great conversation and I get to see you this weekend and you're mine for the weekend and we get to do things together and the night before you leave, we get that last cuddle in and then I kiss you goodbye and then I see you again. It's I don't know, for me it's the longing makes me want you more.
Yeah.
If you're easy accessible, I don't want you.
I mean, that's real.
That's real. It's I don't know. I just like the option of having, cause one of my love languages is the literally, the take time or what is it?
Time. Is it dedicated time?
Yeah, something so that literally builds into my love language.
Yeah.
And so, you had to plan to come see me, so you took time out of your life to come spend a weekend with me and be with me.
Yeah.
And do things that I want to do.
Okay.
So, and then, then me taking the time to go see him, and then I go do the things that he wants to do.
Yeah.
So then it's I'm in your place now, you show me around, you're in my place, I'm gonna show you my life. I don't know, I think this is really cute.
Yeah.
I feel like I can have a really cute story.
And
this is gonna happen.
And we should record it.
Yeah.
As it happens.
Yeah.
I would love to walk through it with you.
I am. I think you're going
I
through
mean,
it all.
and I also want to know, from you guys, like, any of you in long distance relationships, how did you build intimacy? Was it in the visits, or did you build it through some other contrived? I don't know. I mean, it's very. I don't want to demoralize you. You're. Okay, okay, that might have been the bad word, but some other unique things that you do to build intimacy, whether that's sexting. Do people sext?
I mean,
What is the?
It's just really hard.
What is
for
the
me.
over the Skype, like the video, intimate videos?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel weird.
We actually know a couple that does that, and they live together,
Yeah.
and they still do it. So.
To each your own.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But like I said, I think it's, I think it's dumb. It's hard for me to get into the mood.
For
But
me, sexting is like, it's hard just because you have to already be verbal.
right,
And I'm not verbal.
really,
And I'm not verbal. I'm like,
are you
I
a
talk.
grunter?
I talk a lot in person, in regular life. When it comes to the bedroom,
Wait,
it's
what
like, you could hear a pin drop with me. I don't.
You don't say anything.
Well,
You're
I'm
silent.
yeah, I'm just.
Oh wow.
But I'm enjoying it, and I've had to make myself make noises to make sure that the person knows.
You know what? That is so interesting. Okay, let's get involved. I think that's very interesting. If you are, because I'm very vocal, so you'll know whether or not you're doing something right, because I will moan and make noises, and I'm just a vocal, and I also just tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But if you're with someone that isn't like that, how do you know? Because my ex was not vocal.
Yeah.
And I never knew when I was doing something right. And so that might have been why our relationship broke down so fast. But we didn't make it a year. But
Yeah.
they were also a hoe. But it's okay. How do you deal with, so has anyone ever asked you whether or not they were doing good, or?
Yes. They have. Their main concern is, does that feel good? I'm like, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, I know, because I don't talk a lot. However, I will tell you something I don't like. Like, if you're doing something I don't like, I'm very vocal about that. So, if I don't say anything, it's good.
So with you, as long as you don't say something,
Yes.
I'll let you know.
I'll let you know if you're doing something good. I will let you know that. I said, but if I'm feeling good, I do smile though.
Oh, okay.
I am a cheeser when it comes to sex, and some people get weirded out by that because they think I'm laughing at them, and because I also giggle sometimes. and I don't know. I'll sit there if I'm really liking. I'm just like this.
Yeah, that would creep me out.
I'm just sit there. I'm like I just smile, and then I'm like. I'll do like a little giggle like that.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes when it's like really into it. But I've trained myself to make heavy breathing noises.
Oh, okay.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay.
I'll do like.
Okay.
Like I'll do that now. I don't like it, but I force myself to make a noise where you know that I'm actually feeling what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I get that. And so because my ex was non-vocal, I had to pick on very small, minute things that his body would do involuntarily. And that would let me know that
Like a twitch.
Oh, yeah. Like, it would be a twitch, and there's a small convulsion that happens. Right. And I was like, okay, that's it. That's the spot.
Here we are.
Here we are. We found it. Men, find the spot.
Find it.
Find the spot.
the spot.
Every woman has one, and sometimes they're in convoluted places. But
I am open to long distance relationships. Rafik is on the fence.
I think we would have to be close before we went long distance. Like
So like they live
I would.
here, but see that's
I
the
would
thing,
have
feel
to
like-
have a connection with you
I feel
before.
like no. See, I feel like that would be worse for me. That you lived here and then you moved away. Like if I built this connection and then you moved,
Yeah.
like that means I would have to go to you. It's
Yeah.
Like it's automatic.
But then I would
have to go to you.
I would already know that you're worth it.
Yeah, but what if the end goal is I don't want to actually move and I want you to move here? If he just moved from here, he ain't moving back.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that, and
I guess we'll find out, folks.
it could be temporary. I don't know. I'm just saying that the only way that I would consider it is if we already had something, and I had already said, "Oh, I think you're good for me,"
Okay.
and it could possibly be worth it.
And what is that time frame for you?
Well, that's different for everybody.
Of
Like
course,
it could
yeah.
be a week. It could be
So
a
if they
month.
were-
It
so
could
if
be.
they were here on vacation not vacation, they were here on a work trip for a month, and you guys started hanging out at the beginning of them being.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Work. That could
All
be
right.
enough time
you
for me.
have a chance, folks. If you're here on vacation for over 2 weeks, you have a chance.
Right. Under two?
Over.
Oh yeah,
Over.
over 2 weeks.
Over.
You have a better chance of scoring something long term
Yeah.
with me. Under that though, I don't know.
Well, it's been so good being back in your living room, on the toilet with you, because that's probably where you probably watch us sometimes, in the shower, wherever you are.
Drop the kids off at the pool.
We appreciate the video views and looking at us where we are.
Oh, please
So-
share, like, and subscribe.
Yes. So, saying more to that, if you don't have us on your TikTok, follow us at Conversippin, YouTube, Conversippin, Facebook, Conversippin,
All
Instagram, Conversippin.
All platforms. Conversippin.
So find us, like us, share us, comment, whatever you want to. We plan to be able to bring you more this year because of restrictions being eased up. So,
And that's being fully inoculated.
so feel free to suggest things as you would like to see as we go on.
Right. Please no spiders.
Yeah, I'm okay with no having spiders. I'm also
hate
okay with no
spiders.
snakes.
Oh, see, I'm not bad with snakes. I'm good with them.
Yeah,
Just the spiders.
I'm alright. We'll put the snakes all on Rafik. I will be good without them. So, we will be in your living room again every week.
Every week.
We are now switching the day to Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Hump
Eastern
day.
Time.
Hump day.
Hump Day, also Wine Wednesday. That way you can enjoy your wine while we're enjoying our wine, talking about the stuff that you want to know about.
Right.
You hear it? I heard it. So, until next week, I'm Brock,
I'm Rafik.
and we believe in you.
Believing in us. Believing in you.
So conversate with your besties. Ciao. Oh. I'm out of practice.
Feeling this cab.
That feels good. Can I get a...
Oh, like your entire left side was popping.
I know, it's a mess.